I bought another Coach Empire bag. The first one was faulty, the second one was too small, and I'm hoping that it will be third time lucky, fingers crossed. By the way, I'm Kaz. I'm 5 foot nothing. In new money, that's about 152 centimetres. I have loved fashion and handbags in particular for many decades. This evening, I'd like to talk about what might be the Goldilocks of the Empire bag range, and that's the 28. The Empire bag comes in 5 sizes. There's a 26, which I had last time, which was too small. There's the 28, which is this one. There's the 35, the 40, and the 48. Most people have been trying to get hold of the larger sizes. It was actually the large size that we saw on the runway earlier on this year. And I think that's fine if you're tall. You know, you can sort of scrunch it under your arm and almost, you know, carry it like a huge clutch. But to be practical, when you're 5 foot nothing, and, you know, I'm not really looking for an overnight bag. I don't need a bag for work. So I just want a bag that's just like a normal handbag, you know? I don't want a huge, huge bag. Anyway, I'm trying to put off the moment of seeing if this one is hopefully going to be the one, because the first time I loved the colour. I was so disappointed that it was faulty. Okay. I shall zoom you out a little bit so you can discover it with me. We'll either be delighted or disappointed together at the same time. So there we go. Coach dust bag. I really hope this one's okay, because if it isn't, I was looking on various websites earlier today and I couldn't find the 28 in maple anywhere. I found it in lots of other colours, but not the maple, which is this one, which is a gorgeous brown. And I think she looks good. Isn't that just the most beautiful chocolate brown colour? Fabulous. You see, I really think that, like I said, if you don't want a work bag or a weekend bag, I think the 28 is it. The 26, it just wasn't quite big enough. And this one, I think, is good. Now, at the time of filming this video, given that in Australia we always have, you know, a limited stock of things because we're so far away from everywhere, so I was seeing where the Coach Empire bag was available, and at the time of filming this, on the Coach website there are, well, they have the 26 in 4 colours and the 28 in black. However, on the iconic.com.au, there is the 26 in 3 colours, black, tan and chalk. And the tan is more like a honey colour, you know, it's not a real tan. Do excuse me reading this, but I can't remember all this information. I'm too old. Okay, so the tan and the chalk are both reduced from 795 Australian dollars to $596.25. This is the first time I've seen any of these Empire bags reduced. And the 26 in chalk, sorry, so that was the black and the tan was reduced to $596.25. In the chalk, in the same size, in the 26, it's reduced to $636. Now, the Iconic also has a 28 in chalk, which is reduced from $995 to $746.25, and they have a 35 in black for 1,195 Australian dollars. Now, this one is in the colour maple, as I think I've already said, and this retails in Australia for 995 Australian dollars, which, you know, is a fair bit more than the US, but, you know, it's the same old excuse, you know, there are transport costs involved, etc., etc. And I know there are, but I do think companies take advantage of that a bit, you know. But anyway, look, we can get what we can get, and that's it. So, this one, let's have a look. I knew with a 26, as soon as I took the stuffing out of the bag, that it was going to be too small. And you know, the thing that puzzles me is, why is this called a 28? Just let me have a look at the measurements. Right, the measurements are, okay, we've got the handles with a 9.5 centimetre drop, or 3 3/4 inches, and I understand old measurements. I've never gone metric. I've never embraced it. There's a detachable strap that is 54.5 centimetres, well, with a 54.5 centimetre drop, or 21.5 inches drop. There are 4 protective feet at the base, and across the bag is 35.5 centimetres, or 14 inches. The height of the bag, so this way, is 21.5 centimetres, or 8.5 inches. And the width, this way, 16 centimetres, 6 1/4. So, where does the 28 come from? I mean, you know, I'm the sort of person that likes to know. You know what I mean? If I have a question and I need an answer, and I mean, have I missed it? It's not in there, is it? It's not even in the centimetres thing. I mean, it's called a 28, and usually when bags are called something or other 25 or 26, it's because across the ways, which people have started calling length, but it's actually the width, you know, corresponds with the title, you know, like the tabbies. You know, the tabby 26 centimetres. And this is a 28 and it's 35.5 centimetres, and I just don't get it. Anyway, I'm digressing as usual. So in here we have the shoulder strap, which is attached. So I'll leave that there until I've examined the whole bag. You know, once bitten, twice shy. Oh, I'm so disappointed with that bag. I mean, I must have ordered that the end of September. I think when they first became available here. And then the 226s, I made a video about that on, I think it was the 25th of October. So if you'd like to see that and see how the 26 sort of compares to this size, I'll put it up there. By the way, I say compares to, I didn't actually have a 28 there as well. It's just that you'll be able to see how small the 26 is. Okay, so it's got 2 desiccant sachets in. It has, well, that's just come off somewhere. Right. So, you see what I mean? It's got this dividing compartment that's zipped in the middle. Now, luckily that goes all the way down to the bottom. You know, often you get bags where the centre sort of zip pocket is sort of, you know, not attached at the bottom. I hate that because inevitably things go from one side of the bag to the other, or get lost underneath the pocket, or etc, etc. You know what I mean. So I think before I take any more of the wrappings off, I might see if I can get everything I need to in this bag to see if it is going to be fit for purpose. So bear with me one moment, I'll be back. Okay, so the bag is made from a glove tanned leather, which I must admit I'm not familiar with the term glove tanned, but apparently it's a natural, untreated and thick leather that is dyed with conditioners and aniline dyes to create a material that develops a worn-in look over time. And the aniline dye is a synthetic dye that can be used to change or enhance the colour of leather, wood and textiles. So in other words, she will age gracefully, as I'd like to. Right, before we go on any more, I really have to, oops, let me zoom you out a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I really need to take this off. And it holds the strap together. Or it's just too awkward. Yeah, so this one is the colour maple in a 28, which I don't know, in most articles I've read about the Empire bag, the 28 doesn't seem to crop up in many places at all, so that's why I said I think it's the Goldilocks one. I think it's the one that's just right. This retails in Australia for 995 Australian dollars. We do pay that little bit extra for everything, really, because it's got a long way to come. I mean, you know, if it's coming from the US, we're on the other side of the world. Although companies do tend to take advantage of that a little bit, but I mean, the thing is, you don't have a choice. You either pay it or you don't. So, there we go. As I said, before I take any more of the wrapping off and sort of committing myself to keeping the bag, I do need to know if the essentials will fit in. So, first thing is makeup bag, which is fairly flat. This was one of the, you know, the Kirigami sets of 3 that you get with all the different collections. I think this one was the by the pool one, but I'm not sure. But this is the medium size and it's perfect for makeup. So that will go in the middle section very easily. I also have a little mirror that I carry around with me that says Botox moi, just a little bit. Seriously, it's so easy to go overboard with the Botox, but if you just, you know, give it a gentle touch, and, you know, it makes a world of difference. And I don't think it looks unnatural. So the mirror's going in the centre pocket. I have a nail file that I put inside a plastic case, basically, because I don't want that to rub against anything that's in the bag. That goes in the centre pocket. And what else have we got? Okay, there's a scrunchie. The mask that, you know, I think most of us still carry around with us, just in case. Okay, so I think that's that, without sort of overloading the pocket too much. I've got a Harrods tote bag that, you know, folds up and has got this little zip round it, so it's just like a little pouch that can go on the side without the slip pocket. I'm still using my old card holder. I still haven't transferred things to the new one that I bought. Oh, and if you haven't seen the video with the new card holder, it is a really, really lovely one. I'll put that video up here. So cards are in. Okay, this I bought from Oraton. It's just a little pouch. And I keep business cards in there, just with, you know, 5 foot nothing, my medium link, Instagram, YouTube, etc, etc. I still find those really useful, I must admit. So we'll start on the other side and put that there. I've got the bougie hand cream, the Chanel egg. I love this hand cream, but seriously, how much is it now? 92 Australian dollars. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know if I'll be able to bring myself to pay that much for a hand cream again. Okay, what else was there? Oh, my little pill box from Lulu Guinness. I love that design. It's just a perfect little pill box. It's just reminded me of the handbag that I used to really, really love and always wanted one. And it was like a little black bucket bag with red roses on top and just a little top handle. I wonder if they still do that. If they do, I could be tempted. I mean, seriously, let's face it, when it's anything to do with handbags, I can very easily be tempted. Very, very easily. Too much so. Okay, so I think we can put that in the centre zipped compartment. Still plenty of room in there. What else have we got? I've forgotten my wallet. Okay, so there's my wallet, which is quite a big one. I love this. It's a Vivienne Westwood one. It's gorgeous. It's got the orb on it. And, do you know, inside this still smells of leather so much. And I've had this wallet for, I don't know, at least 25 years anyway. I do look after things. I mean, that's in pretty good condition, really. So I would preferably take that, unless it's a bit of a squeeze, and then I have a small one. But we could put that in there. The hand cream could go on the other side. This little case of my business cards in could go in the little pocket with the popper. And it's quite stiff, that. Sunnies, obligatory in Australia. Those that go in the top there. Oh, and also, I think, was it Dark Lynn was asking me about the, you know, the sparkly lipstick? I'm pretty sure it was Dark Lynn. I did make a note of it. Yes. The Chantecaille Lip Crystal, mine is in the colour Aventurine, or Aventurine, Aventurine, but, you know, however you want to pronounce it. And there's also one called Pink Topaz, which I've just ordered from Cult Beauty, because these lipsticks are sold out nearly everywhere. This is it again, if you missed it the first time. Very sparkly, and it's It's nice on the lips. I don't know if you can see. I don't think it picks it up, but there's just this little bit of a sort of sparkly look to the lips. I was bothered it would feel dry, but it's a really nice moist lipstick and it stays on really well. So what I would say is if you want to get these, because I think they're a limited edition, don't hesitate. If you find one and you want to buy it, just click that button. I really shouldn't encourage people, I know, but you know, it's only a lipstick. Although they're quite an expensive lipstick. I think they, on various sites, they range between 70 and 90 Australian dollars, which is quite a lot. Can I just say, this zip in the middle, this real thing about zips, I hate stiff zips. This one is just perfect, absolutely perfect. In fact, even though I know this is sort of at the top, you know, top price bracket for Coach, I must say I'm really impressed with the quality of this. Really impressed. Comb, and that's it. So we have everything. There she is. There's still a bit of room on top here. And that's the, oops, just let that drop for a moment. See, those are the sunnies that are sitting, oops, on top there. Wallet is down in here. I think that finally the Empire has struck again, and successfully this time. So let's take the rest of the everything. Now I haven't forgotten anything, have I? No. Right. What I'd like to look at is the shoulder strap. It's really soft leather. It's soft but sort of, you know, it feels robust. It's not that soft sort of leather that's really buttery soft that, you know, that will scratch really easily. Yeah, so it's soft but yeah, robust is the word. It's really nice. Okay, so let's chop the shoulder strap off. Okay. Goodness. Bags seem to come with more and more of everything. I was going to say these days. I always said when I was younger that I'd never ever say that, but I do say it quite often. Like I was saying before, if you want one, grab one. Particularly, look, if you don't mind a smaller bag, I think the 26s, you know, being reduced as well, are a really good price. I mean, that must be a 25% reduction. Goodness me, and this is so well wrapped. I mean, it's just, it's the tag thing. Okay, now, one thing I like about this strap is it's got a fair amount of heft to it. Do you know what I mean? It's not a really skinny one, the sort that dig into your shoulder, and it's not a really wide one, because if you're petite like me, you've probably got fairly narrow shoulders, and the worst thing is to have a wide strap because it just keeps falling off all the time and it's a nightmare. So I think this one I think this is seriously turning into the Goldilocks bag. And I'm hoping that people watching this video will know what I mean by Goldilocks. You know, in the children's story where, you know, the one bowl of porridge was just right. Okay, so I think for now we'll just try her on the setting she's on. Although she does look quite, the strap does look quite long. It's going to, oh goodness me, it's just about down to my knees. So, okay. Right, okay, that's nearly all of the wrapping off. I haven't taken the wrapping off this strap that goes across here, you know, and the buckle inside where you can adjust it, because it requires a bit of delicate manoeuvring, and I'm sometimes not very delicate with a pair of scissors, so I might leave that for him indoors. But this strap is very adjustable. Unfortunately, it's very adjustable in the wrong direction. So okay, so as you can see, that is pretty low on the body there, and I mean, I could put some more holes in here, but the problem is then that the end of the strap is going to be fairly close to here. So I'm probably only going to be able to lift it, you know, a little bit. Which, to be honest, is fine. I mean, most of the time, I usually hand carry things like that. It's just the odd time, you know, when you're saying if you're walking around, you know, a shopping centre and you want to look at something in a shop and you just want to be hands-free for a few moments. It's just good to have that option. So I think I could take her up about 3 inches, so that's going to shorten the drop by 1.5 inches. So look, it's a little bit longer than desired, but I can definitely work with it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, there are also feet on the bottom, which I do like a bag to have feet, 4 feet. And the colour is just gorgeous. I love this chocolate brown. Yeah, so I think the iconic.com.au is a good place to look if you're wanting one of these bags. I would say the 35 will be, you know, a decent size if you wanted it for a work bag. I'm really impressed with the quality of the leather and just the quality of craftsmanship. I mean, it is really well made. And that tag can come off. I think she's found a new home. It's not going anywhere. I mean, you can see the quality of the stitching around here. It's really well made. They're lovely rolled handles. The only thing I don't like is the swing tag. and I can hear you groaning. You know, I know that Coach purists will not be happy with me taking this off the bag, but I'm really not into swing tags at all. I don't know. Look, it's just a personal choice. I mean, they clearly don't want you to take this one off. All right, I might have to devote a bit more time to, oh no, hold on. No, I can't seem to get it through there. I know it's, you know, at the moment bagged, oh, there it goes. Sorry guys, I had to take it off. I know the trend at the moment is for bag charms, etc., and those, what are those little things called? Lubus? Lubu? What is it they're called? Labubu. That's the name that I couldn't think of. It's just, you know, look, if you're into that sort of thing and you like doing bag charms and you feel the need to leave this swing tag on, go for your life, seriously. I mean, it's just a personal choice, isn't it? I mean, we're all different, thankfully. One thing, well, another thing that I like about this bag, there are many things I like, is that you attach the shoulder strap either side here. I really dislike bags where, you know, where they've got a D-ring there and one on the other side, you know, the opposite side. So you get this strange sort of, this strange sort of really narrow, you know, it just looks really weird. So this is great. And seriously, I cannot find a single stitch out of place. And I am really picky with bags. Well, I'm really picky with everything really, but yeah, I just love it. Do you know, I'm so tempted now to buy that one in chalk. I really shouldn't. I mean, I've just sold a lot of bags because, you know, the collection was getting out of hand a bit. And I did say that I wasn't going to buy anything in future in multiple colours. However, having said that, I might be selling the Todd's, you know, the Todd's dye bag, the, you know, sort of east-west one, just because I find that sort of almost dirty looking cream just, I don't know, I just find it really difficult to style with. I wear a lot of white t-shirts in the summer and, you know, the contrast of that Todd's bag against the white just makes the Todd's bag look even worse. So as I was saying, this is the Todd's, I think it's called Todd's Dye Reverse East-West shoulder bag. It has a long name anyway. See, when it's against white, do you know what I mean? It just looks a bit grubby. Let's try that over there. I mean, against something like this, you know, it's fine. But like I said, I do wear a lot of white in summer, just because it gets very hot here and yeah, it's just practical. So I was thinking of selling this one anyway, and I think this one in chalk would be a really good substitute. Substitute for this one, I mean. However, you see, this is what happens. You see, I have this internal struggle, you know, it's like having the angel on this shoulder and the devil on that one. You know, one's saying, go on, buy it, and the other one's saying, no, be sensible, cows, don't do it. And I do try to be sensible, but, you know, I do love handbags. And this, quite frankly, is a stunning bag. And I think this 28 size is perfect. This is everything that I took out. So, you know, there's nearly everything bar the kitchen sink in here. One thing I would say, if you've got any problems with your shoulder or anything like that, and you were going to carry this as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, even without anything in it, is reasonably heavy. I mean, they do say on the website, let me find that. Yeah, when they're talking about the Coach glove tan leather, you know, it's a natural, untreated and thick leather, and it is really quite thick, which, you know, is good, but not weight-wise good. So yeah, even without anything in it, it's a fairly hefty bag. But the quality of it, I mean, wow. You know, to spend just under $1,000 on a really well-made bag, compared to a lot of the bags that I've bought that have been, you know, multiples of that. It's just, yeah, hats off to you, Coach. Good job done. Brilliant. So, would I recommend it? Absolutely. Just grab one while you can. And if you're in Australia, head over to the Iconic website and grab yourself a bargain, because 25% off is a decent deal, and I'm absolutely itching to go in there and, you know, one click of the mouse and the chalk one's it, but I really shouldn't. I think I should find ways to work with this one, you know, just not carry it when I'm wearing white. I mean, it's a beautiful bag, this Todd's bag. They are incredibly well made. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. But, and I know somebody in the comments said about dyeing the leather. It's really not that easy. I mean, this is a coated leather, so you'd have to strip it back, and it would just be, you know, there are so many details on it, you know, to preserve that, it would make it incredibly difficult. I mean, the stitching, you know, here, the T in for Todd's, you know, that way around. You see the T there. And they do that a lot. You know, and it is beautifully made. It's got a magnetic button. I mean, if you wanted a secure bag, this is the sort of bag to get. Zips up, it's got the strap in there. I should actually try using it, you know, because it's a lovely quality bag, and I really do like the east-west shape. And I'm sitting here waffling on about an entirely different bag. This was supposed to be all about the Coach Empire bag, and I turned it into the Todd's bag. But no, seriously, guys, this is a great bag. If you can get your hands on one, do. I mean, you know, I'm a terrible enabler, I really am. I shouldn't be. But I think I'm going to have to ask him indoors to hide the mouse so I don't buy that chalk one. And on that note, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, à bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir.